Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amsterdam Airport, and also welcome on board this Airbus A321 from Toliss, and most importantly from Swiss Airlines. And today we will be flying, as you can see on your screen, to Zurich, um, Zurich Airport, in this very nice aircraft. So let's try not doing like a bad flight like we've done a lot in Europe for some reason. Try making this one a successful flight going into Switzerland. Nice to see everyone back on the stream. 737NG, Andy as well. Hello. And yeah, good idea, 737NG. I should do a competition for the screenshot page, and yeah, that would be cool. I will show you the top of descent. Yes. So sun is going down already here in the Netherlands. I will be bringing my charts. So our call sign today, Swiss 70 Tango. It doesn't seem like there's any ATC, but I'm a bit confused because on SimAware it shows there's ATC online. On Volanta it doesn't show that there is ATC online. Well, talking about center being online. So I'll need to check that. We do have some Unicom traffic. But yeah, so we're going to enter this aircraft then. Let's make sure we have our views correct as well. So, first thing first, let's put the exterior power on. Nice, you got our lights, our batteries are on, generators are on. GPU is out, yes. Throttle, that is to idle. Adheres should be set to nav. So I do see some Amsterdam traffic here on Unicom. So I don't think there is ATC online. I think that's a glitch by I think that's a glitch by SimAware. The VATSIM map. Our panel displays should be set to bright. We do want to see some stuff. So this is a nice aircraft to fly at night because it got some nice lighting. Let's put the dome on bright. There you go. Very nice. So, need to set my Volanta flight as well. There you go. So you guys can follow me on Volanta if you have it. Let's take. I always love taking screenshots. of my flights. So let's go into this terminal and take a nice screenshot of our aircraft, which is parked here, as you can see. Very nice. So we are currently on Terminal Bravo at gate B13, I believe. Ouch. Um, all right. So back to the cockpit now. Um, so we want to make sure that we got our nav lights on as well, which should be set to 2 because it is night. Flap spoilers retracted, fuel quantity, fasten seatbelt, no smoking sign. Alright, so we will start off by setting our fuel quantity. I hope this channel grows. Thanks, well it already pretty much did with the pilot training flight simulator, aka Roblox content in the past, which is a reason for which I have 1,500 subscribers. But yeah, so that's always quite cool. So according to SimBrief, we should have 169 passengers. And a fuel weight of 7,600 kilograms. There you go. We will just look at here, metric. Payload weight 16,900. Yeah, it's pretty good. And total internal fuel. It says cargo of 4.2. Let's try putting the cargo and see what that gives. 4.2 in the cargo, so 2,000. See what that gives us. Gives us a payload weight of 16. What? Okay. No, 21,000. That's a bit too much. So I'll just set it to 0. There it goes, 169, 7.6 on the fuel. So 7,700 kilograms of the fuel, payload weight 16,900. SimBrief gives us 17,600. So we are all good. Now with this set, don't close the door. Oh yeah, I gotta set the audio of the aircraft. Because last time I put it too loud for the Embraer, but I think on this on the Toliss, it's not an issue. So tell me how the audio is. You've been following me since BTFS days. Cool. Why did I start flying on flight sims? I've started on Infinite Flight actually, January, February, and then went to X-Plane, and around March were my first X-Plane flights. So, yep. And it's been a great adventure, and I'm looking forward to becoming an ATC in real life and on VATCAN, which is the Canadian division of VATSIM. So it's going to be great. I am studying for lots of tests, and yeah, it's quite kind of planned my career already, which is quite rare for people my age. But anyways, so we do have that weight in. We are going to set our FMC. Yes, so I'll show you how to do the top percent. Well, actually, don't do much. It just sets automatically. So I'll show you how it looks. So, let's start. Okay, so you got Aylex cycle 2205. By the way, it does update tomorrow. Fun fact. So, it's Echo Hotel Alpha Mike Lima Sierra Zulu Hotel. Just need to confirm the ICAO code of this airport because I've been struggling with it. Of Zurich, so Lima Sierra Zulu Hotel. Yep, perfect. No company route, flight number, or aka call sign Swiss 70 Tango. Cost index 8. And a cruising flight level of 350. Should be a flight of about an hour. Longer than our last A319 flight. Flight plans out of Amsterdam is gonna be the Rand 2 Victor departure out of 36 left, which is pretty far away actually, so it's gonna be a long taxi. Rand 2 Victor arrival. Not Zulu Victor, that's what we want. Rand 2 Victor. And no transition here. We can go ahead and insert that. Then after a Dupo, it's going to be an Airways Zulu 739er. To Misco. Can go ahead and insert that. Then direct Asbon. Direct Chusuk. Direct Ritsu. And then Lima. Okay, we got quite some airways here in Europe, so a bit more than in North America, actually. So Lima 607 Suneg. Thanks for GPS. Then at Tango 721 to relax. Yeah, so we're gonna be chill on that waypoint. And then the arrival into Zurich. It's gonna be the ILS 28, which is a relatively short runway actually. Rela 2 Alpha arrival. And gonna look here for the vias on our charts. Yeah, in real life, yes. I mean, I've been planning on becoming an ATC for about 4 years now in real life. So even when still being on PTFS, always because to be honest, what I really love about aviation is more of the navigation than actually flying aircrafts, which might explain why I'm not so good at flying and landing aircraft. I care more about the navigation and a bit the traffic management, which is pretty much what the ATC controls. Like I love setting up the FMC, for example, like the flight plan, and I love controlling, well, like seeing how a star works, basically all around navigation and traffic, more than flying the aircraft. Anyways, so let's look at our charts. Let's set our charts. Rend to Victor here out of 3-6 left. So Randy to Victor is the departure name. This would be Randy to Zulu, which is different. You want Rand to Victor. Then heading to Zurich in Switzerland. Let's see how those charts look like. If you approach okay, so relax to alpha, which must be cleared by the ATC apparently. Let's see if there's any ATC in Zurich. It does not seem like, and neither for any en route ATC as of now, so doesn't seem like we're gonna have much ATC on this flight for now. So it's gonna be the Amiki transition, I believe. I'll confirm that. So if you approach into runway 28 ILS, let's go into the transition of the ILS. So let's see. We'll see if we need that. ILS runway 28 is not part of every default scenery. What does that mean? Here's a note. We will see. Yeah, it's always a bit complicated for me to understand how those European approaches are set, because it's very different from North America. And it's a bit different from it for like every country. So yeah, the ILS looks, so yeah, the ILS 28. And finally the taxi, which looks like an American ground chart, so that's nice. That's quite funny. So yeah, let me just check on Expide if there is EHAM Center, Amsterdam Center online. I don't think there is, but for some reason, okay, no, now even on SimAware it doesn't show. So yeah, no ATC. That is confirmed. There you go. You can see on your tracker. There's no problem with the approach, it's just that it's different. Like, the way the approach works here in Europe and depending on the countries as well. Well, in Switzerland, in this case, is, yeah, you get the star is actually the first part of your approach, and then the vias is actually a second part of your approach, which is way more important than, it's kind of, like in North America, vias is more a small transition to the ILS, while in Europe, it's more sort of, it's like a big part of the star, which is always very important to have, and it's always a bit difficult to find what is your transition because it's not on SimBrief and it's not on your flight plan, so you need to look on your charts. Anyways. Hello, Gino Pino. Nice to see you. Welcome on board. But so it starts at relax, but then it's kind of weird because it ends at a Miki. Alright, we'll see what it says for the amicability versus relax transition as well. There is. So I think it starts at relax, so let's see what that gives us. Let's go into plan mode as well. So normally it's something like, I mean, looking at the it should be relax lamax Miki. Here it says relax edumi tra. Okay, that's very different. What? What is this? Clo. What? Why? That that does not really make sense. Alright, let's go back into the arrival. That doesn't look right. Let's go to the ILS28 again. Let's put no transition, see what that gives us. We usually have a real 2 alpha, so yeah, we'll put that in again. Put no via and no transition. Insert that, see what that gives us. So here it does relax, lamax, miki. But it's not an actual transition. Yeah, here it's not about deleting waypoint, it's just that it's not all the same waypoints, so that would not work. Let's try, see what that gives us. Let's try, still the ILS-28, still Varela 2 Alpha arrival. Let's try the Amiki transition. Okay, this looks very incorrect. We would do this, what? Okay, nope. Change my mind. ILS-28, Rela 2 Alpha, and let's oh, what have I done? ILS-28, Rela 2 Alpha, Novia. There we go. Lamax Amiki. So for some reason, okay, so I don't seem to be able to get the relax transition. I don't know if it's mandatory. So just in case if I go around. Okay, let's check our departure real quick. Alright, so we'll need to engage nav directly after takeoff. Looks all good. So yeah, it's a bit. We'll see how they do it in real life. What they did today with Helvetic Embraer 195. Because right now I don't have any transition. So, okay, well, it does not... It... What? Let's see if that's like... Looks like this guy went into the relax transition because we have a pretty weird thing. This is incorrect because we got no transition here. It's directly onto the ILS. We should have a transition either onto a Mickey or something. I'll try again. Let's see what our options are. So you got AMI 28. No idea what that is. So we... Okay, let's see what we have here. So we got relax do me. No idea what that do me comes from. It's on 0 charts. I'm a bit confused. So that can't be it. No, that cannot be it. Those are different waypoints. Ah! Ah, okay. There you go. Yay. Okay, so it's a different, it's not actually a relax waypoint, it's the real 2-8 transition. Okay. Yeah, you see what I mean when Europe is always a bit different, and you always need to understand every single European country. Okay, so this is real life, and this is how we do it, so we got a transition here. Alright, perfect. So, we got our flight plan finally set. Very nice. Looks very European. If you see what I mean, like with all those SIDs where you engage nav directly after takeoff and all those weird stars. But we are finally set, so we can go back into ARC mode here. Tell me how's the audio doing, though. Well, I'll need to check, but... Alright, looks all good on that side. So... alright, so let's continue now, still on the FMC, into the second initial. So here we will need our Toliss menu again on loading performance. So we got a zero fuel weight of 64.7 tons and a zero fuel weight center of gravity of 28.6% and a block fuel of 7.6 thousand kilograms. Perfect. 1 plus flex for the takeoff, going into performance V1 144 knots, rotation speed 144 knots as well, and V2 147 knots. Flaps 1 THS aka trim of down 0.3, Delta November 0.3. Flexi temperature, very important, 44. Alright, so now with this set... Jeez, it's dark outside. Yeah, that's a problem when you're North American and you're flying in Europe in the afternoon. It's that it's like midnight in Europe. So yeah. Anyways. With that also, we can set our autopilot so cruising to flight level 350. We got nav engaged, speed engaged. Um, Stop browsing content. You're talking about North America or Europe? Because if it's Europe and you are in Europe, it must be quite late for you. Anyways, so flight level 350, yes. With that set, we can put our transponder of 200 to Tara mode. Beacon lights can go on. Emergency lights can be armed. FMC is set up. Departure briefing done at doors. Alright, so we can slowly close our doors here. We're pretty much done with boarding as well. Let's keep the GPU for now. Close the main door as well. Oh, jeez. 10 p.m. for you. Alright. Yeah, sorry. I'm just not used to Europe, and it's different. Like, when I say North America, actually, it's kind of incorrect. I should say Canada, because Canada is very different from the US. And I know a lot of people hate the US ATC system, and I also do hate the US ATC system. Um, Canada is a bit of a mix between the US and Europe, so it's quite unique. But yeah, just not used to European style. Anyways, got our fuel pumps all on, and we're gonna start VAP. Bleed on. In the meantime, we can bring the tug.
Please show me where you want to go.
Yeah, and I can't see much here. How am I supposed to do this? So there's a taxiway right here, but not too sure. I guess we just push back like this, yeah.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Like, we can't turn like this, can we? Or maybe we can. But, like, would be... Taxiway is right here. Is this correct? Yeah, this is just a white line, so we're fine, but... Alright, we'll try this.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
I do want to start our APU. Um... Once the APU is started, we will disconnect that. So we'll also make sure to have our altimeter in. So the well, QNH more. QNH in Amsterdam is 1019er. And yeah, we'll be pushing back shortly.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, so we'll be ready for pushback. Yeah, we are ready for pushback. Our APU should be running normally. It is. We can hide our ground handling. We can, yeah, our APU is available. So yeah, we'll be able to start our pushback. Let's go into ignition start mode. How do you get the smoother camera movements? Well, right now I'm actually using my mouse. It's not very smooth. You can use your joystick view, and this is indeed smoother. I should actually try that more. And if you're talking about the small camera shaking movements, like if I zoom in a lot, you'll see what I mean. See how it's kind of shaking a bit? You need to go into view and go in activate cinema verite, which is what I use. It just makes it more realistic. I personally like it, some don't. I have it on, so that's to have the shaking on your screen, which is very small, of course. Like if you were in someone's head, you know. That's to confirm there's still no ATC online here in Amsterdam. There's not. So we're gonna be on Unicom. Um, we have mode Charlie on, and we can start our pushback. I will mute so you guys can enjoy those engine sounds.
Starting pushback. And you may start engine.
Alright. That's it. We can go ahead. How's our entrance doing? All good, alright. Can turn off the APU, go back to mode norm. Um, our autopilot is set. Got a barometer, taxi lights will be on shortly. And we will put our flaps. Okay, so how's our pushback doing? Like, calculate this properly. Yeah, okay. That's close. That's very close to the road, but it does work, so, yeah. Okay. I don't know if they would really do that in real life. I'm still trying to understand how they would do it in real life. But, anyways, let's see if that truck... No, I won't. Alright. How do I set my views? Like this. So you go into keyboard views, quick look, and then you set your keys for go to save. You can set your keys here, which can be on your numpad or anything else. To be honest, that isn't on a that doesn't do something else, you know. And by the way, I'm gonna change something here. There you go. And to set them, it's memorized 3D cockpit location, and here you do different keys. So that's how you do it. So let's set flaps 1. Oh, didn't do it. Never mind, I was already on flaps 1. Oh, yeah, sorry, top of descent. So, if you look on your screen here, go into plan mode. First thing first, I'll show you the top of cruise as well, which is shown. You can see that blue arrow, so this is our top of cruise, meaning here we will be at flight level 350. Then, the top of descent is this white arrow, which will become, I think, blue. It might stay white, not sure. But this is your top of descent, and it's calculated automatically. And I'll show you how to start ascending to follow that top of descent further on. But basically, you would just set the altitude here, like reduce it to 3,000, for example, and then push it. But I will show you. So this is it's automatically set on any Airbus aircraft. Anyways, back to arc mode. So let's put our taxi lights on, and we'll call for taxi, or we'll say we're taxiing more. So we're taxiing to runway at 36 left, long taxi here. I'll show you 737 NG during the flight. You'll see what I mean. So taxiing via Alpha, I believe Oscar, or wait, no, just Alpha. Gee, that's a long taxiway, Alpha. Via Alpha. And see how much you wouldn't realize this is a bit of a, it's a little bit complicated actually. So do we still use the V6 left, by the way, to check? And they do. And we use V6 right for landings now, alright. So in real life, what they did here, Can't even see it. All right, so yeah, they just cross here on Whiskey 5. They do Alpha Charlie Whiskey 5 Victor. Gee, I can't see anything on that chart. Victor Sierra Victor 4. Okay, I get it. All right, so let's talk on radio now. Yes. Amsterdam traffic, Swiss 70 Tango, taxiing to runway 36 left via Alpha Charlie Whiskey 5 Victor Sierra and Victor 4 Amsterdam. There you go. The arrow basically shows you where your top descent is. But yeah, I'll show you. Oh, you don't get the arrow? Like on your aircraft, or I thought you were saying you don't understand. I'm gonna do a short hop in the US. Any ideas? I mean, I don't really do US only flights. I more do Canada to the US flights. So, I mean, if you want a short flight, I mean, LAX SFO is a classic. Got some nice views. But I don't know. To be honest, I don't really fly only in the US. So. I do fly to, if you want Canada route recommendations, yes. I mean, it depends what routes you're looking for as well. If you're looking for a small, short flight, if you're looking for a medium flight, like 3 to 3 hours, if you're looking for long flights, 5 hours, up to 6 hours sometimes. Except if you're going to, like, Hawaii, then it's like 8 hours. It's like crossing the Atlantic. Anyways, so we got some stuff to do here on this long taxi, but we do of course have time. First thing first, we want to make sure you have our auto brake set. Should have done that before taxi actually. Autopilot FD auto brake, yes. Just a short hop. Well, for Canada, then, I mean, what aircraft do you fly? Do you fly with Dash 8? Because Canada does a lot of Dash 8 flights. I don't know if you have a Flyer Jason Q4XB for X-Plane, for example. Or if you have a CRJ, or if you're just on the 737, A3, Airbus, 320, 19, 321. Can do some relatively short flights with with big aircrafts as well, with heavies. Like for example, Toronto to Montreal in 787, 777, A330, that all exists. A320 flight, well, you got a lot of options. You can fly Air Canada, Air. Actually, yeah, A320 is only operated by Air Canada in Canada. Um, Air Transat used to operate them, they don't anymore. They have the A321, but that's different. All right, MSFS. All right. So if you're doing MSFS, yeah, I mean, if you're flying the A320, you can do Toronto to Ottawa, for example, even though Ottawa is not really known. You can do Vancouver, Calgary. Nice route, you fly over mountains. Honestly, if you're new to Canada, I'd recommend, and you like mountains, I recommend Vancouver to Calgary, because and the A320 from Air Canada, because you fly where the Rockies. Really nice. So yeah. So, first thing first. I'm gonna test our takeoff config. Returning here on still alpha actually, but oh, never mind. Actually, it's Quebec. Okay. Well, yeah, Vancouver, Calgary. Cool. Calgary is underrated. It's an airport in the west near Vancouver. Um, if you want to give yourself a bit more of a challenge, you can also go to Kelowna, which is an airport between mountains, but it's a bit of a complicated approach. So you can say to Vancouver, Calgary, which is very great as well. And you can do a lot of 737 flights as well in Canada. You got WestJet, Air Canada for the 737 MAX, Sunwing, Flair, Swoop. Let's arm our spoilers. You're learning to fly the 737 Zebo mod. I'm getting into flight simmering. I love it, but it's a lot of things. I know a few stuff in here, but still a long way to go. Yeah, that's how everyone starts. I started like this, but for the Dash 8, so I'm telling you, the Bombardier Dash 8 is very complicated to learn, especially if it's your first aircraft. Very bad decision for me to learn the Dash 8 first, even though I really enjoy flying it now, but yeah, 737. If you're flying the 737 Zebo, I also recommend checking the Level Up 737, which is also based on the Zebo, but it has better sounds and a better stuff in general. It's also a freeware aircraft. You can find it on the Threshold page, or just search for it on the internet. Level Up 737 NG. You got the 600, 700, 800, and 900 variant as well, not only the 800 like on the Zebo. Yeah, let's try not getting confused here on the taxiway, because I know it's easy to do so. Flew Sunwing when I was chartered by TUI. Oh, nice. Yeah, because they not share, but like yeah, they share their airplanes with TUI a lot. Um, so it's quite cool. Yeah, Level Up 737 NG. Search it up. It's basically the same flying experience, just a bit better actually. It's brand new. It was like released a couple of months ago. Search it up. You can ask your friends for a link maybe, but you should find it quite easily on the internet. It's totally free. You got really a little bit of a better experience. You can, of course, keep a Zebo. I think the best with a level up is that you can fly the 600 variant, the 700 variant, and the 900 variant.
Amsterdam traffic, KLM 036, clear for takeoff, runway 36 left.
Alright, that guy's taking off. So I want to turn on Whiskey 5, which is over here. We'll be crossing runway 36 right, or center actually. Yeah, it is center. Whiskey 5 would be just here, I believe. No? Oh, never mind, it's a bit... No, it's further away. Oops. Bit off the taxiway here. Amazing view of Vancouver International scenery. Nice. I got the payware scenery from Canada for X-Plane, which is very nice as well. If you found a freeware nice, very good for you. I got a payware, so... So on Whiskey 5, and so I'll be departing via the Rendy to Victor departure. Someone saying good flights to everyone in the chat. Nice. Found it. Looks like nice. Any A320 freeware? No, not for explain. Sadly. Alright, so I'll be turning right here, crossing 36 center. Oops, said the parking brake by accident. So this is a Toliss A321, which they also did the Toliss A319, similar to the A320, and A340, which are all payware aircrafts that I really recommend. You also got the Jar Design and Flight Factory A320, which are a bit older. Honestly, if you just stick to Toliss, it's really good, even though you don't have the exact A320. You still have the A321. You can buy the Neo mod as well for the A321. So yeah. So we're turning here just on Whiskey 5, also we're crossing 36 center. Amsterdam traffic, Swiss 70 Tango, crossing runway 36 center, Amsterdam. So after takeoff, of course, as always, retracting the spoilers, thrust climb, engaging the autopilot, and then flaps 0. But you still got some taxiing to do here, so. And we're just turning on a Victor right now. Norm should make it log. Yep. Nice, you'll buy the A321. I think. Does it come if it? No, I don't think. No, separate. Cool. Yeah, enjoy it. A really nice aircraft to fly. And very nice model as well. So many people answering. Someone said good flight to everyone, and then there's like 10 other pilots answering. It's like, you too. It's quite funny. Anyways. No ILS on 36 left, interesting. Hello, Mike. Welcome on board. Welcome on board this Airbus A321 flying to Switzerland here, departing from the Netherlands, Amsterdam to Zurich. And so we'll be turning on Victor Sierra, then Victor 4. So we do have mode norm, and we do have our flex settings set. Toliss A321's reverse thrust won't work to TC Airbus throttle. I'm having the same issue with the A319, not the A321 though, so that's kind of weird. I think it depends. I also have a TCA. I have the same throttle quadrant. You need to change your settings a bit. Every throttle quadrant is different, so you need to change your settings to make it so that your reverse thrust is set. However, if you're talking about like going idle, going in reverse makes you go idle, then yeah, if that's a big glitch like I have on the A319, if you look at my streams with that aircraft. But if it's like another issue, you need to go on your settings, maybe look up on the internet. I haven't had any issues with the A321, but I don't know if you're talking about like when you go in reverse thrust, it just keeps you idle. Sometimes on certain aircrafts, it only activates once you're actually landing for reverse thrust, so you might want to test that out. Yeah, look on the internet. I have some issues with that as well. The throttle quadrant isn't perfect. I mean, it's a really good hardware like throttle quadrant, but it doesn't perfectly match with all aircrafts. So you do need to play a bit with your settings, and sometimes there's just some glitches you can't really fix. Oops, I'm on Victor 3 instead of Victor 4. Is that a problem? No. Should be good. Maximum speed when taxiing, I'd say I'd say 30 knots as a maximum when taxiing. Anyway, so we're departing via the Rendy to Victor departure. Amsterdam traffic, Swiss 70 Tango departing runway 36 left via the Rendy to Victor departure, Amsterdam. Alright, so let's put our landing lights on, runway turn off lights on, nose on, strobe lights on. And we're pretty much ready for takeoff. Cabin as well. There you go. So after takeoff, spoilers retracted. Thrust climb, engage the autopilot, and flap 0. Alright, let's go. Flex. V1 is 144, rotation speed 144. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Spoilers retracted, thrust climb, engaging the autopilot. Flap 0. Maybe retracted the flaps a bit early, actually, I'm realizing. That's fine. I think I got a sort of speed restriction or something. Or, yeah, probably altitude restriction more. Yeah, retracted the flaps a little bit early. So, yeah, that's why our nose was a bit high, but that's fine. Not barometer standard, not now, no. Can remove the runway, turn off lights, nose lights as well. I think your flap should be retract. I think it actually said on the performance page. Ah, too late. I think we usually retract it around 200 knots. So yeah, just a bit early here, but that's fine. Can reset the QNH. Very nice. Oh, MFS is updating, so you can't fly today. RIP. I never had that before. Actually, can't you like do the update later? Oh well, I feel bad for you. Sorry about that. Hope we can do it soon again, and it won't take too long. Okay, let's zoom a little, unzoom a little bit less. Very nice view. Here's a nice passenger view as well, with the right engine. Alright, we're passing through 10,000. We can retract our landing lights. Actually, I think we are supposed to put them off. Or maybe track them. Good question. I'll need to check that. And seatbelt signing off. Alright, here we go. Very nice view of the airport. Mandatory update. Interesting. Did you install my add-on to make lights? NY add-on. I'm not sure. I did install some add-ons, but I forgot which ones, to be honest. I'll need to check. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really know which add-ons I have, to be honest. Inboards off, 10,000 outboards off. Hello Typhoon, welcome. Okay, we got a lot of messages in the live chat. Do you guys still do PTFS content? Sadly not, moved to flight simulation. So yeah, no more PTFS, plane spotting, live streams, air crash remakes, cinematics. Really enjoyed this community I've done, but yeah, sadly not. I know it's kind of making some of you guys sad, but you know, PTFS is a transition, at least for like real AV geeks, well, real AV geeks, like AV geeks that are going into flight simulation, like me. So yeah, it's more a game. I mean, it's better than nothing. So honestly, I enjoyed it. It was fun playing PTFS, but yeah, now I've moved on. Um, so yeah, that's how life goes. So we got about 47 minutes remaining. Not a lot of time. Still no ATC here. There is approach at München. That's the first München radar. Interesting. AKA Munich. Um, join my Discord server, you're trying to say? At 737NG, you're saying inboard of 10,000. Inboard. I mean, I know at 10,000 feet you're turning the landing lights off and turning them on. I mean, in Europe actually, it kind of depends. Normally, I think you put them on onto your approach when you're like on final instead, but that's different. Because there's off and retract, but I think after takeoff you set them to off, and once you're on the ground or once you're parking you set them to retract. No? Is that what you mean? What's that text to speech in the background? That's Xpilot. It's a pilot client and like people are talking on it. Or if you're or maybe you're not talking about that. Maybe you're talking about how's it called again? It's X checklist that reads a checklist out. I don't really use it actually, but I have my paper checklist. But I think it's either X checklist or like Fly with Lua, the plugins. So here's our top of cruise. So when we're gonna be at this hour, we're gonna be cruising, and here's our top of descent, and that's where we need to start our descent. Yeah, I've always wanted to retract, so I'm not sure. Alright, well this flight looks very nice for now, so prefer it is the best, I guess. I'm saying this because all my other European flights of this trip are not so good. Including the long haul flight actually, which crashed if you don't remember. Yeah, Transat A321. But what was I going to say? I forgot. Anyways, so I'm going to leave you with some views. What views do you want? Do you guys want? Well, VATSIM doesn't really change how you put your landing lights, It's more about the ATC. Passenger view right wing. Okay. Well, I actually see absolutely nothing. But yeah, I'll still be in the live chat. So if you want to change views, you can tell me. If the wing is like right here, I can see the light a bit. Hello, Rick's White TP. Just gonna mute myself since we just departed, and I'll be talking to you guys in the live chat. I'll still be here. But yeah, for now, on to the mic. See ya for top of descent in about 40 minutes, a bit less, 30 minutes.
Current traffic, Lufthansa 1805, crossing runway 24.
Current traffic, Lufthansa 210, lining up 32 right.
Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa 2142, taxi to runway 2592. Problems, 2142, lining up runway 25 center. Pray for traffic.
Frankfurt traffic, Turkmenistan stand for 62, line up runway 7 center for Frankfurt traffic. Traffic Turkmenistan 462, holding short runway 7 center. Actually, the departing runway for Frankfurt is 7 center, not 2 fly center.
Roger, thank you. My spin brief did that. I'm really sorry.
No problem, just depart so you can free the runway, please.
Yeah, that was my bad. I'll let you take off because I already vacated the runway.
Okay, you're already lined up, just take off, mate.
Thank you. Got 2142 taking off runway 25 center.
Alright everyone, I'm now going to unmute because we're going to be starting our descent shortly into Zurich and 737 NG. So what you do, you see when you see a white arrow here, you want to make your altitude knob here go to a lower altitude, usually your, the altitude where your, the ATC clears you, and if there's no ATC then you set it yourself. And then once you're passing that white arrow, you're going to want to push it. And if you're talking about the map, Emilio, the map, I think, I don't know if, when you're saying expanding it, that's all I can do. I can just zoom on zoom. I can't really make it bigger, I think. Oh, I can, actually. But, you can't go that far, At least I think so. I've not really explored it, but... And so we're going to be descending now. So you see I pushed the knob, engaging the manage descent mode. And we are now descending. To 5,000 feet, following all the restrictions as well. Alright, so we're gonna do our call on Unicom as well. I don't think there is any traffic in Zurich, but that's fine. So I'm sending via the Rela to Alpha, Relax to Alpha, right? Zurich traffic Swiss 70 Tango passing through 15,000 feet. Inbound for the ILS runway 28 via Relax 2 Alpha arrival Zurich. I got a nice downwind here. Alright, so we are going on that downwind shortly then. Here is the airport. We can kind of see it, not really. But yeah. So relatively short runway here, runway 28 actually in Zurich. So we'll make sure to land early.
Auto brakes, as calculated. Engine mode selector, normal, drive, or IGN, brake.
So we do, it's not raining in Zurich, don't need the ignition start mode. We do have our auto brake to medium. We'll set our QNH shortly as well. And when passing through 10,000, which we are, we'll put the seatbelt sign on. I even pass you. Yeah, I mean, you're staying a lot of the streams, which I appreciate. Quite cool to see you from takeoff to landing 737NG. I appreciate your support. Alright, seatbelt, put the landing lights afterwards. Same with runway turn off lights and nose lights. We will arm our spoilers. That's important. And once we're entering the base leg, we will activate APPR mode. APPR phase. And go flaps once off. And see a bit our airplane now. Alright, I can go ahead and activate APPR phase and put flaps 1. Oh, let's reduce our speed a bit more. Totally fine. Uh, usually I put flaps on base like, maybe it's because we're a bit high. We should be reducing our speed by now. Interesting. Yeah, flaps are quite simple on Airbus. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 fall, and Boeing is like degrees, the actual degrees. Alright, there you go. Can now reduce our speed. So you gotta wait for it to go under 240. Okay. So if you're above that, I think it's because like we're a bit high, and so it wasn't actually gonna be reducing. Anyways, I'm quite far away as well. So don't activate PPR phase and put flaps 1 under, well, don't put flaps 1 under speed, above speed 240. Alright, we learn something every day. Let's engage the approach. What was that? Gonna wait for the glide slope. Okay, winds are quite variable. It's 180 degrees, 3 knots now, 8 knots now. But that's because we're still in the air. Interesting. Once you get the glide slope, we'll put flaps to and gear down. Usually it would be when you're cleared to land, but it's not. Well, except if you have a late landing clearance. But in this case, there's no ATC, so. And how far away are we? We're 13 miles. Zurich traffic Swiss 70 Tango on the ILS runway 28, 13 miles out, Zurich. In the meantime, we can put our runway turn off lights on, the takeoff and nose lights on, and the landing lights on. And we can put flaps too. We got a glide slope, put the gear down. Flaps free. And flaps full. Alright.
2000.
Gonna be on 7 miles final. Oh, there's one airplane at Zurich now as well, holding short of 28. Zurich traffic Swiss 70 Tango on the ILS, continuing approach 6 miles final. Traffic on the ILS 28. Can't guess which runway I'm on. Yeah, winds are variable here actually. And we're gonna be on 5 miles final shortly. So I think there's an aircraft holding short for us, if I'm correct. Or maybe he's still at his gate. Not sure. Anyways, we are landing. 4 miles final. Zurich traffic, Swiss 70 Tango, 4 miles final, 28, Zurich. Alright, so we're gonna prepare to take control of this aircraft, which we're gonna do right now. So we don't want to flare too much. We want to go idle at 30 feet. We want to minimum strike. Continuing. All right.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Idle.
Retard. 10. 5.
Slowly going down, reverse.
Idle, 60 knots.
Disengaging. We auto brake. I'm gonna be vacating in Lima 7. Landing lights off. Turn off lights, taxi lights on, strobe lights off, and we can. I'm gonna start the APU. Late a bit off central line, but great landing overall. Yeah, thanks. A bit late, yeah. Bit off central line, but yeah, that was acceptable. It was great, especially compared to all my go around and our last Toliss landing, our last Airbus landing. Zurich traffic, Swiss 70 Tango, clear the runway 28 Zurich. We're going to be taxiing to gate Bravo 41. can remove FDLS. Start the APU. We have a 4.5, sorry, not 4.1, 4.5. Look at our brakes. Our brakes are hot. Put the fans on. Anti-ice we don't need as strobe lights, landing lights, engine mode selector is norm. Yeah, then set that to ignition start. Not gonna serve a crossing here. Taxing via Lima Echo 7 November. Oh, okay. Just realized our QNH was never set. Whoops. Right, so we're gonna go into the very first gate here. We can put our taxi lights off. Just on Bravo 4-5 right here. There you go. Welcome to Zurich. Actually, maybe we should have gone here instead of here, but that's fine. I think that's more for larger aircrafts. Anyways, welcome to Zurich. And we can put our nav lights off, our beacon lights off. We can put the APU bleed on. Put the fuel pumps off. Beacon, yeah. And that's pretty much it for now. We can also set our transponder to stand by. And we're going to look at our replay and our landing. Oh, it's pretty bad weather now. Okay. Interesting. It's maybe because we're on the ground as well. I think it's actually the mountains. Yeah, I think these are mountains. Alright. Can disconnect from VATSIM as well. And yeah, let's take a look at this replay. So yeah, only issue here is that we put flaps 1 a bit early when we were above 240 knots, which is a bit an overspeed, so don't do that again. No flaps 1 above 240 knots. Lesson learned. Still activate, so on ABPR phase on base leg, but if you're above speed 240, usually in Europe, actually, where oops, sorry about yeah, that key also plays my background YouTube videos. Anyways, so here's a cockpit view that way while I'm talking. um,
300.
a bit off center line, went a bit to the left, but it went back.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Alright, let's see what that looks from outside. Yep, see how we kind of went up a little bit. Maybe we should have gone idle a bit earlier, actually. Now, we didn't touch down, but could have maybe caused a sort of bounce. Where does it start saying flare?
10. 50. 50. 40.
At
30,
40.
20. Retard. 10. 5. 10. 50. 50. 40.
Yeah, so on the A321, maybe we can go idle a bit earlier than 30 feet. Like 50, 40 feet if we need to. My angle was really nice though, like on approach, like where I was on 2.5 degrees, just where I needed to be.
50. 100.
Like this.
50.
But I think
40,
when you're
30.
landing like this, you maybe want to flare. Maybe want to put idle at 50, but flare at 30. But if you're like if your nose is a bit more up, then flare at 30. Yeah. Sorry, put idle at 30 feet. But I usually always flare at 30 feet.
30, 20.
So maybe here I could
10.
have
50.
went idle to 50 feet. Like
50.
right now.
40.
Yeah.
30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
A bit off center line, yeah. Just a bit to the right.
10. 50. 40. 30. 20.
But yeah, my angle was really nice. This is the angle you want to have at this moment. But I should have went idle at 50. Because 30 feet is a bit late. And yeah, this is a good landing flare. This is like 5 to 7.5 degrees. So honestly, the angles are really great. 2.5 degrees, then between 5 and 7.5 degrees. Yeah, 7.5 is good. But yeah, I just should have gone idle at 50 feet in this case. A bit earlier. Or maybe not. Maybe it would have touched down successfully. But it's kind of weird because that's usually, yeah, you see, like normally if I had went idle at 50 feet and kept that angle, I would have touched down instead of going up again. That's because I was still a bit fast. So yeah, next time when I'm doing a landing, when I'm properly doing the angles, I'll go idle at 50 feet, flare at 30 feet, maintain 2.5 here, then 7.5 at 30.
40, 30,
Um,
20, retard.
on the
10,
A319,
5,
everything at 30 feet always. On the A320 as well, I think. But yeah, on the A321, I'd say around 50 feet you go idle and flare at 30 feet. Alright, enough talking. Let's get the passenger views. Oh, okay, I just realized I was muted the entire time. Sorry about that. Yeah, 737NG, if you're still here, well, thanks for watching the stream. And to everyone else as well, I'm going to end the stream now. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. I'll see you either tomorrow or Friday for a short flight to Geneva and the A319. But for now, yeah, I'll see you guys later, and thanks for your support. Goodbye.